Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to invite one by one everyone. And Yuvraj, if you could start inviting two people before we do our prayers. I just want to be sure whether people can hear me. Okay, we got Vidhan Pandey. Anurag Mishra, Ivana Ristik, Soham Shiva, Nita Arora. Whom have you invited? Sigita?
Amita Arora and Anurag Mishra to start with, then we'll ask others to join.
Sure.
So
we cannot have too many
hi,
panelists at the same time.
Can you hear me, Sunil and
Yes,
Yuvraj?
Yes, loud and clear.
Okay, good. So I'm very happy to join the session. I have been kind of remotely watching some of the beautiful sessions that has been conducted by Saptarishi, and I finally thought to take the plunge and go a little systematic in the way I pursue this passion. And why I say that is, interestingly, I had a book of astrology which was there for me for almost 7 years, but I never touched it. And sometime in 2014, I decided to do. And once I did that, I'm almost glued to it almost on a daily basis. And I find it very exciting. And the knowledge, absolutely brilliant. I'm actually pursuing this more as a passion for myself than as a, means to practice astrology or anything. And hopefully some bit of spiritual, guidance that I can get or probably give some people. So that's my goal.
Great. Can you
muted
name of the book?
Yeah, it is A Light of Life and Robert Soda. It's written in a very novel form, so it only got me interested in astrology. But after that, I never looked at that book. But at least for somebody who's totally blank on astrology, I think it was a welcome start. And then I actually got a hold of a lot of books for different authors. I think Ken Rao is one of the authors that I've got hold of books, and I liked his methodology of research, and that's what excited me.
That's good. Okay, guys. Thank you so much, Anurag. It's a pleasure to have you. And before we start, we're going to do some prayers. So if any of you are wearing shoes or slippers, I would request you to please keep it aside and for just a minute or two. And in India, in our Vedic astrology or Indian astrology as we call it, whenever we start something, the very first thing we do is we pray to Lord Ganpati. If we can close our eyes and fold the folded hands, pray to Lord Ganpati, seek his blessings that our study in this course and in our whole life, may it be blessed with his complete blessings. May we also pray to all the Saptarishis to bless us in our understanding and mastery of Jyotish, so that we can guide whoever comes our way in our best possible manner. May we definitely seek the strongest of blessings of Rishi Bhrigu, the great Maharishi Bhrigu, whose astrology we are trying to learn in this vast ocean of his techniques. Please bless all of us with patience and hard work in unraveling his secrets. Let us pray to all the gurus of all previous lifetimes and of this lifetimes, and also all those people who kept astrology alive and passed on the torch to bless us in this journey for the next few months. I thank each and everyone present here today to commence this great journey. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Okay, let's set the agenda straight. Today is just going to be an introduction of each and every one of you. The reason is we are going to be very intimately connected for the next 3 or 4 months. The Facebook group is essential for our communication. A lot of patience is required. You all will be forming teams initially. Each and every technique that is taught has to be tested aggressively. Without that, you will not master. I'll give you the reasons in a very clear manner. Bring few more people, Yuvraj. 2, 3 more.
Okay. Amitaji was here.
Yeah, bring 3, 4 more
Yeah.
people.
Yeah, hi. I'm Amita this side. Good morning, guys.
Hi, Amita. Can we see you?
It's 5 o'clock in the New Zealand, so yeah. Yeah. I started at 4:30. So my journey with astrology began around 3 years back. It was not that suddenly it started. I was always attracted toward the astrology, and I used to read that articles in the newspaper, what is the sun sign, and according to my sun sign, I used to read the things. But suddenly in 2012, something happened. I was in very depressed state, and after that, I just started reading some articles on the astrology. And the first book which I read is from James Bhrighu. And after that, I started following many books from K.N. Rao. Whenever I'm going to India, I just buy a few books for K.N. Rao, and I come back and just study it myself. So I have been following so many articles on the internet, and recently I have seen an interview for the Sunil sir on KRS channel. Yesterday only, I was watching that 2 hours interview, and as soon as I was listening to your interview, I was so much impressed, and I was looking into the ways how these things are revealed. I immediately just joined this session because I see that it's starting today on 9. So I had just seen that interview for 4 hours continuously, and I joined the session. So I just want to learn this technique, and it's just for the passion, like. It's from the beginning, from the childhood, I have this passion. I don't know why this attraction was there, but definitely it was not easy for me. My family was not concerned. Okay, they said, no, this is not a profession for somebody to join. You know that, astrology. So later on, for the last 3-4 years, I'm just reading by myself. I just want to do, it's what Sunil sir has been saying, that astrology is not to reveal the future. It's just to tell the people what is their path in life. So that is the main purpose I want to run this. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Amita. Thank you so much. And let me assure you one thing. I've done few interviews with Kapil. I do not know, 5 or 6 or 7. You know, if you would have seen all of them, you wouldn't have joined this course because I'm a very rude because I'm a very rude man, and I scare people. I scare people. You know, and what I believe. As what you said, it's not about predicting the future.
The thing is, even definitely, I have been reading many books now on spirituality, like for the autobiography of a yogi. I don't know, these things are suddenly coming to my life. Okay, start reading this book and other books. So I have been reading books from Yogananda Paramahansa for last 3 months, 4 months, and I just believe that astrology, just revealing the future, is not something we should be telling people, or people should be contacting astrologer only for this purpose. The main purpose of the life is what is the purpose of your life, how you should have to pay your karmic karmas, okay, whatever you have done in your past life and how you have to repay for it. So you have to accept what is coming to your way, and you need to understand how it's coming. So you should be mentally prepared for that.
You know, there are 2 ways to learn astrology.
Mm-hmm.
What is written in a book that I always refer to. Every day, morning you get up, freshen up. Okay, your nose should be perfect. Look into the mirror for 15 minutes. Anyone who practices this In 3 months, I will guarantee what he would have been reading earlier in books, and that same book, after 3 months, you start reading. After this exercise daily, you'll be stunned. You'll be stunned. Your astrology will be 3 months, in this 3 months, the difference in your astrology will be so much, it will be phenomenal. There are many layers to this exercise. One layer, the astrology is like the 7 circles. There's some great noise happening on the back. I'm sorry, guys.
Sorry, it's here on my end. Sorry for the noise.
No, Ivana, we are all family. You're from which country, Ivana?
Kenya, but I'm originally from Serbia.
Okay, great. So what time is it in Kenya right now?
7 o'clock.
Morning or evening?
7 in the evening.
7 in the evening. Okay, great. I'll come to the exercise because I want you all to do this. In every course, I give something different. Every course I give something different, not 1 or 2. You do this exercise. Suppose in the morning you're getting. Has any one of you ever counted the number of hair we have? The number of strands of hair? You're not. But hair is such an important thing for our life. At least for women. I mean, men like me, I don't care, but women definitely. I am saying, forget the hair. We spend thousands of dollars on our hair, but we don't. Are we in love with it really? Do we even count? So, what is our observational skills? Is what I'm trying to say. Do we count the number of stars? We don't. When your observational skills improve by this exercise for 3 months, you will realize that the shloka that you are reading is something else. It's very difficult for me to explain because it's a new concept for most of us. And please, everybody, if I speak fast, please mind me to speak slow. Okay. Yuvraj, I think Mary is online. Please try to invite her. Her name goes by waiting for name 1400008. Last time she had a problem. What I'm trying to say is, I need to know when I look into the mirror every morning, I need to see everything. Everything minutely. Every cell minutely. When we get into that minute observation, when we are reading books, Amita just said that she loves reading K.N. Rao's books. K.N. Rao writes in 2 styles. One, he says clearly, I made a prediction like this, but I will not reveal the technique. That is one. That is one layer. Second layer is, he will write, he will write the technique, but in between the lines, the real technique is hidden. In between the lines. The same is with the shloka. The same is with the shloka. In between what the Rishi is trying to tell you. I'll give you an example. We are not in the business of predictions. I have always maintained that. Predictions happen. We are in the business of understanding what our ancients have written. Why they have written it. Brihad Parashara Hora Shastra. One of the shlokas, which is right at the start of the chapter, says, if Lagna Lord is in the first house, the native will have 2 marriages. Today I was discussing this with Arnab Mukherjee and Deepen Thakkar when we were having our lunch at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And I said, let's get into statistical astrology. This technique will not work on more than 50% of the charts. I mean, I'm saying if it works on 20% of the charts out of 100 horoscopes, I'll be stunned. The question we need to ask is, who is above? The Rishi or us? Who is above us? It is obviously the Rishi. So if the Rishi is above us, if the Rishi is greater, can things be muted, Yuvraj?
Yep.
If the Rishi is above us, so how come the Rishi's words will be false? Point one. Or is there a hidden secret in that shloka where the Rishi says, Lagna Lord in the Lagna, ascendant Lord in the first house, native will have two marriages. Amita took the name of K.N. Rao. K.N. Rao himself has that combination. He is not married even once. Mahatma Gandhi had that combination. He married only once. So what is the Rishi trying to say? Anybody? I am saying the Rishi is 100% right. But can we decode that shloka? At the end of 3 months, I will give you all the answer. And what I will be giving you all, I have not revealed to anybody alive today, till date, how to catch a shloka, how to decode it. But I will see your hard work. I will see whether you guys can work in team. It is important. It is important that our love and respect for the Rishi has to develop. Our love and respect not to a great predictor. Predictors, thousands have come and gone by. Maximum we know about 4 or 5 predictors in the last 20 years that they have been great predictors. The Krishnamurti of KP Paddhati and so on and so forth. B.V. Raman, K.N. Rao, all these people have been great predictors. Predictors come and go. We are interested in understanding what the Rishi has written, why he has written. Because what you learn in terms of decoding the shloka, you will carry it in future births. Anyway, let's come back to our course. What is this course about? This course will give you some broad idea on what Bhrighu astrology is all about. I'm quite sure all of you all know who is Bhrighu Rishi. Okay. He is the Manas Putra of Lord Brahma. Okay. Various mythologies are there. He is being considered as one of the greatest rishis ever born. He wrote the Bhrighu Samhita. He wrote Bhrighu Nadi. Okay. If you travel over India, in Ujjain, there is a city called Ujjain. There is a library. You get Bhrighu Nadi over there. You travel another part of India, you get a Bhrighu Nadi. It has something else. If you compare it with the manuscript of Ujjain. We published it. We published it in our manuscript section, saptarishisastrology.com. Later we removed it. Within what has been written by Bhrighu Rishi was also a system behind his predictions. That system was known only to a few set of people called the Bhrigus. These Bhrigus were a hidden sect of people who kept it to themselves. They would never reveal it to anybody. It was passed on from generation to generation and not necessary to their children. It is still said that one set of Bhrigus meet in the jungles of Bihar. This was told to me by a guy in Denmark who is a brilliant astrologer, an elderly man who has traveled all over India, spent a lot of money researching into nadis. As per me, if you meet an astrologer who makes 10 predictions, that so and so kind of event could have happened in your 27th year. So and so kind of event could have happened in your 38th year. If you meet an astrologer who can make these 10 predictions in a span of 15 minutes, then that astrologer is great, as per me. Okay? There will be many astrologers who will tell you, tomorrow at 10:40 p.m., you will be wearing a white shirt and somebody in a black car will come and meet you. That's a great prediction, but for me it's a useless prediction. Real prediction is to look into the mirror and find out who am I. That is what Ramana Maharishi said. To only meditate on who am I. The great Maharishi from Arunachala. Most of the Indians, I hope they know. In my journey in astrology, what I've realized, that the astrology of predictions is the outer circle. As you go deeper in the inner circle, it becomes spiritual. In the outer circle, in the books, every astrologer will say it is a spiritual science. My question to everyone is, if it was such a spiritual science, how come all the astrologers of the world have not become extremely great spiritual human beings, kind, compassionate, loving? How come? How is it? That means somewhere down the line, we concentrated only on the predictive aspect and not on the understanding of astrology. The understanding of astrology is only one house, which is the 6th house. Your 6th house shows your Shadripus. That means your 6 weaknesses, greed, lust, etc. It also shows many other things. If you are into astrology, it's not in future when will you get married or when will you get a job. Yes, it's important. But astrology becomes a spiritual science for you when you realize what are the key areas of your life where you have pending karma. That is the real astrology for. If you read Nadi readings, we have published, translated Saptarishi Nadi, we have translated other Nadis, we have published it free in the magazine, and you see the methodology by which the Rishi is predicting. The Rishi predicts this is happening in the person's life for so and so reason that he did in so and so birth. That science is lost. But we still get some clues with the aid of Bhrighu astrology of how to see pending karma or the areas that you need to concentrate on. Are you understand? Ivana, before I come to Luke and before I start inviting everyone, I want you to tell us in brief how many years you spent in astrology, who has been your guru, second, what do you expect out of this course? All yours, Ivana.
Hi everyone. Well, I've started my interest in astrology by following Kapil Raj. He was around 3 years ago, at the time of my life when I was facing a few challenges. So I stumbled across his YouTube channel. I watched one video, second, third, fifth, and so on. And ever since then, I started following him. So immediately I was drawn to Vedic astrology. I never practiced Western astrology, was never my interest, but immediately I was very interested in Vedic astrology. I saw every interview, Sanil, of yours with Kapil, and I missed the first course. And I said, next one, when it's available, I'll definitely join. It's more of a passion, It's more of to find out more about spirituality, more about karmic depths, more about karma itself, and finding the right path. That's what it's all about.
And what do you expect from this course? At the end of this course, what do you want?
I don't know, to be honest. I don't have any high expectations, just to understand more about spirituality, I guess. Nothing in specific. I'm definitely not looking into making predictions and things like this. It's more, like as I said, it's more of a passion.
Thank you so much, Ivana. You're most welcome in this course. Thank you. We'll go to Luke. Hi, Luke. How are you?
Good. Hello.
Hi, Luke. How are you doing?
I'm good. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Where are you from, Luke?
Santa Cruz, California, United States.
Okay. Please tell us about yourself.
Let's see. I started studying astrology in 1993 after an accident that I had. Mostly studied James Braha, K.N. Rao, and stuff like that. I don't think I have an astrology guru except for Ganesha. At the time, I was doing Ganesha Japa, and somehow Vedic astrology just showed up in my life. So that kind of all happened at the same time. What you've been saying about astrology being a spiritual science really hit home for me, because it's always been more about the spirituality of astrology than it being a profession, or it's been more like a path of surrender and seeing that there is a divine plan for people's lives and helping people discern that, helping myself discern that. What I want from the course is, like I said, I've been studying it since 1993. It's been a passion for a long time. It's no longer a passion for me, so I'd like to be inspired by astrology again. That's kind of why I'm here, is because I've had this book. I don't know if you could see it, Bhrighu and Nadi for years, but I couldn't. It's very difficult to read, and I always knew that this was very profound stuff, but I couldn't crack it, and so I'd like to.
There is let me tell you, there is a code book for it. You got to first read Fundamentals of Nadi Astrology of R.G. Rao. That makes it a bit simple for one to understand Bhrighu and Nadi Nadi. Probably you have that book, I do not know.
No.
But yeah, that's a small book, hardly $2 or something. And I mark it up, in my bookshop I mark it up by 30% at least. But I'm joking. But anyway, that's most people do not know it. And that is how even. But that's a beautiful book that you have, Bhrighu and Nadi Nadi, and it's a different thing altogether. In fact, we have a course starting in Bombay on the 17th for that particular book only. We have a 6-month course on that. Anyway, what's your profession, you?
I'm a gardener. I'm a landscape gardener.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
I think you have all good grahas in all the right houses.
Well, not really, but.
Oh, no. I would give anything to be in your place. Anything. I mean, it's a peaceful life.
Yes.
Yes. Earth, Mother Nature. We don't get that in Bombay. Anyway,
Yeah.
Luke, I'm so happy you're here. You're very, very senior astrologer, more than 22 years in astrology. And you're lucky to have James Braha, one of your first reads. James,
Yeah.
I mean, a man like him has not been born. He's a simple man, a loving man, very nice human being. Thank you so much, Luke. Thank you so much, Ivana. Thank you so much, Anurag ji and Amita ji. And I hope this course satisfies some of your passion. And only say something is, do not expect anything out of this course. When you don't expect anything out of this course, you'll already be more happy. If I can teach something like that, or somebody can teach me the same thing, not to have any expectations in life, I think I'll be a very happy man. But anyway, thank you guys. Let me continue, and Yuvraj, please invite 5 more people. Thank you. I'll continue. Who's going to be your course teacher? The course teacher is going to be primarily Mr. Yuvraj Singh. I think by now most of you have seen him on KRS. And I have become an old man now, so I'm not well also, but he's your primary teacher. I will come in for some of the different stuff, especially related with spirituality. And what is expected is extreme hard work. Yuvraj, could you invite a few more people?
Yep.
So what is expected is extreme
Jasmine
hard
is
work.
there.
Sorry?
Jasmine is there. You can.
Is extreme hard work. I'll tell you how I was taught astrology. And you know, when we join a course, we pay money, and we expect something in return because I paid money. In India, luckily in India, still in the commercial India that it has become, you know, when I mean to say commercial, I'm not saying in a negative sense, is still in India, there are teachers. Even if you do anything for them, they'll not teach you. I'll give you an example. Today, we were speaking about Ayurveda and yogis. Today afternoon, we have this Nakshatra course here, where we teach Nakshatra course completely free. That what Dr. Arjun Pai teaches in the online courses, we teach it completely free here in my other office. So one of the guys came and we were discussing Ayurveda and yogis because we just published an interview of Dr. Vasant Lal. And he was telling me about his guru. He said his guru took his hand, and in his hand he just drew a line, one line. And he said, smell it. The smell of sandalwood paste, sandalwood perfume came out. And for 2 days, that perfume remained. And his guru was based in Delhi. He is a very advanced spiritual guy. He said, this is not a miracle. It's not a miracle. In our body, the whole universe is there. And each and every flower's essence or perfume is there in our body. We just need to know how to scratch it open. Are you all understanding? We just need to open it up. Similar, each one of you would be far better than the technique that is taught in this course. I'll give you an example. We had a guy from Japan, I think it was last to last course of the Bhrigu batch, the first batch. His name was Shrikant. He works in Japan. He spent many years in astrology, and when he learned BCP and he submitted his homework, all of us were stunned. I became his huge fan. Everybody became his huge fan. The amount of hard work, the amount of simple, crystal clear thinking without going into lengthy explanations. He explained his whole life using only one technique. His whole life. All of us were stunned. I always believe, like when I was very young, in Buddhism I read this concept that if your teacher does not take you above him in the level of spirituality, then he's never taught you with love. He's never taught you openly. So, you all need to really work hard. Take these concepts, master it. Wherever Jupiter sits, the 12th house from itself, it will give result in the 24th year. This technique, we released it in our videos. It's on our YouTube channel. There's some background noise coming. We released it. We've released 34 Bhrigu techniques in our magazine. Free. It's available in our magazine, saptarishisastrology.com. In the last 8 years, I've received several emails appreciating the Bhrigu techniques. Only one email I received where the guy says he's tested it on minimum 90 charts, each technique. He says, I found it working in 85%, 90% cases. In 10% cases, it is not working. I was not worried that in 10% cases, it is not working. I was happy of all the people. There was one man who could do the hard work of testing it in 90 charts. Are you getting it? Even I myself do not do so much of hard work. 25 charts is what I test any technique. That's it. After that, I say forget it. I'll give you another example. The first house, as per us, it's our body. Houses, just to master houses, after 22 years, I have not been able to master houses. As per Sarvat Chintamani, first house is profession also. We will see profession 10th house, 2nd house, 6th house. Okay? Sarvat Chintamani is profession. I knew a master who took first house for marriage. First house for marriage. Now, in which book first house marriage is written? But if you really see, sometimes when the dasha of your Lagna Lord is happening, you'll get married. Observational astrology is bigger than what is written in books. If you learn astrology from Facebook, YouTube, that's the fastest way to absolutely commit suicide in astrology and destroy your career. I'm sorry, I'm myself in the business of media. We have a YouTube channel, we have a magazine. If you learn astrology from all these things, it is the fastest way to get confused in life, waste your precious time, on WhatsApp, Facebook, etc. That same time, if you just have a calculator every day, write down how many hours you're on Facebook. I think there are now apps now which actually calculate how many hours you're on a particular software. That same time, you start reading Brihat Parashara Hora Shastra or Brihat Jataka or Sarvat Chintamani. You will come and thank me. Take all classics. There is one simple way to read astrology and master it. Take all classics. Read only the chapter on houses. Houses. You will realize you are 10 times ahead than people who have spent 20 years in astrology. Are you getting it? Small books like Jatakalankar. Jatakalankar gives a different definition for speech. Instead of the 2nd house, it says 5th house. Why would somebody write a book way back in olden India where absolutely high criticism used to happen to a Pandit and go against the norm that 2nd house is eyes and speech and write 5th house? Why would somebody? And you will become serious about it when you come to know that the greatest predictor in India, the late C.J. Krishna Swami from Bombay, used to take 5th house for speech. And he has written that in his book also, which is not available right now. We donated 250 copies of that book via Sri Bodaji in one of our functions. Anyway, let us introduce Mr. Mark. Hi Mark, how are you?
Hello, how are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Well, you know, it's early in the morning in Salt Lake City, but I'm doing pretty good.
Okay. Which city are you from?
Salt Lake City in Utah, USA.
Okay. Okay. What time is it over there?
Well, it's 9:30 right now in the morning. Yeah.
And what do you do, Mark?
Actually, I'm a high school art teacher for a profession. So when I say it's, 9:30 is not really that early, but recovering from teenagers, that's pretty early.
That's fantastic. That's fantastic. And how long you been doing astrology?
Well, I've been studying for about 12 years now. And I started with David Frawley.
Oh, great.
And I've been the last 6 years, I've been studying with Sanjay Roth.
Okay.
And in between, I've studied with James Kelleher, Gary Gomes, Ernst Wilhelm, anybody I can study with.
You studied with the best.
They are
You
very
studied-
good people, yes.
Very, very, very. James Keller, brilliant. Gary is a great, great guy. And of course, the other guys, David Frawley and Sanjay Rath, all are great. It's fantastic. Fantastic. What do you expect
Yes.
out of this?
Well, what do I expect? I don't really know at this point. The word Bhrigu has always been an interesting word to my consciousness. And so, like in the Dara course, there's a short snippet on Bhrigu. There's a small technique. And so I've always been fascinated with that word. I don't know why. But the course came up. I was attracted to it. So I'm going to see where it takes me.
That's brilliant. That's brilliant. Thank you so much, Mark. You're most welcome in this course.
Thank you so much, Sunil.
Nidar, hi, how are you doing? Can't hear you. We can't hear you.
You are self-muted, yaar.
No. Aage rahiyo, dekho.
No,
Can you hear
not
me
yours.
now?
Yeah.
Yes, Nidar, we can hear you.
Yeah, I'm good. And how are you?
Good. So, Nidar, tell us more about yourself.
I'm in Canada right now. I'm from Nepal. I've been here 1 year ago. And actually, since very beginning, I've been interested in spirituality, meditation, and astrology, healing, these kinds of stuff. But I also try to self-study some of the books regarding astrology, palmistry, but I could never get into it. I came to the conclusion that I won't be able to learn this without any guru. So I dropped the idea of learning Vedic astrology, but I do read some books on palmistry and numerology, and later on, I also dropped the idea because those are very vast science and I won't be able to learn them on myself. But I'm actually interested in meditation and spirituality from the beginning, but I never got chance to meet some guru. But later in 2011, I met my spiritual guru, and I'm in meditation and spirituality after that. But from same time, I got chance to I got interested in learning Vedic astrology. I don't know why, but suddenly one day I saw my chart and I was curious, why is so and so planet in so houses and what are they doing there? And I became curious and I started to collect some information. And in the meantime, I came across the KRS channel, and I'm very thankful to him. I learned a lot from him, the basics, houses and signs, and KRS channel.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kapil seems to be everybody's guru.
Yeah, and I'm grateful to him as well because I came to know about Saptarishi. Even though I came across your website before that, I saw your articles, but I couldn't get into my head what is that. But after meeting, after seeing the Karen's channel, I saw his several videos. I saw your interviews, and after that, I've been following you as well as Karen's channel, and I'm very thankful to you and Kapil Raj as well because I learned so much. And I also joined the one-day online Bhrighu seminar 2 months ago, one-day online course. I also joined that course, and after that, I feel like I'm learning something, and I feel like I found the first guru in astrology. Though I have never met it physically, but maybe this is the way that it should happen. So I'm very thankful. We are having these kinds of courses. We are meeting the great gurus and great people. That's it. That's it.
Thank you so much, Nidar. You have a very pure heart. May God bless you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. We'll come to Jasmine. Hi, Jasmine. How are you doing?
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much. Well, basically, I'm from Iran, but currently I live in Pune, India.
Oh, Jasmine, I know you. You had come
yes,
to...
of course you did.
Yes, yes.
True. Yes, true.
12th December, yes. How are you doing, Jasmine?
Thank you so much, yeah.
So you're from Iran, right? I remember you very well. You were wearing blue that day, were you?
Yes, true. That's
yes?
true.
I got a great memory in spite of my health
That's
issues. But anyway, Jasmine, what do you expect out of this course?
Well, basically, I've never had a guru because you might know that astrology is banned in Iran, so I've never had the chance to learn astrology with a master or with a guru until I just moved to India. But it's been just a couple of months. So I expect actually to learn all about what I can learn about myself, first of all, and then learn what all karmas I have for this life and what all karmas suspending I have. So basically I can fix them and then help myself, and then I can help others. And that's all I'm expecting. Actually, I want to make sense.
Let me pour the bucket here, Jasmine.
Yeah.
I'm not been able to fix my own karma. Sorry, I'm joking. But yes, you're right, Jasmine. And I wish you the best. Work extremely hard. It's so important. Work extremely hard. And I just want to see a healthy competition. You know why I'm doing all this introduction? So that each one of you knows each other. Because you guys are going to be interacting a lot in the Facebook forum. Okay? You guys are going to be submitting homework every week. It's compulsory. Absolutely compulsory. Now the technique is, you know, like in our Russian batches and all that, we used to have 70 people. You know, I do not know, last batch, Yuvraj, how many people in the last batch, international batch? 70, 75 or something we had. And each person testing a technique on 5 charts and posting with the example charts and the explanations. Okay? Posting that technique. So, 70 people multiplied by 5, 350 charts, one technique, is what you get to see how that technique is working within 1 week. Within 1 week. You have to read other people's homework also. And don't read it fast, not on the phone. Take your time. This is the mistake everybody committed in earlier batches. They should not spend time reading other people's examples. Take your time because you're getting 350 different ways a graha is going to operate. So take your time understanding their homework and see how that planet has given the result. How that planet has given the result. Suppose Jupiter is in the 8th house. 12th from it will be the 7th house. So 24th year it will get active. 5 charts you will get Jupiter in the 8th house. Each and every chart will not be 24th year relationship happened. No. Planet is creative. It has only 12 houses to give results. But planet will give results in a different manner for different charts. Alright? So study each and every homework slowly. You need not comment on it, like it, say thank you, very well explained, encourage your team, encourage your group. Okay, thank you so much, Jasmine. It's a pleasure to have you and nice to see you again.
Pleasure is all mine. Thank you.
And lastly, in this batch of 4, we have a person whom I wanted to see, Ashwini ji. Thank you so much. And first and foremost, I apologize. One of my weak moments, you wrote on Facebook, big hugs. I was not well. I did not reply back. I apologize. How are you, Ashwini ji?
Hi Sunil, I'm good. It's a dream come true for me that I'm talking to you today. You know, I've been following you, since last 1 year through through KRS. And, the moment I saw you, when I started, watching your videos, at some point I felt that, I'm connected to you in some way. I don't know how. I just felt that somebody from past life has come. My life improved a lot, Sunil. I know many people have said that to you after meeting you, their life has changed. And, I am one of the person, really I have to say that my life has changed after speaking to you, after seeing you on YouTube. Really, I mean, I have so much to talk. I just don't know from where to start, Sunil. Yeah, it's a pleasure that I am able to meet you or speak to you today. I'm glad that you remember that I wrote that message to you when you said you're not keeping well. I felt so bad. I could feel in my heart that that you are suffering from something. Someone who has brought light to so many people. When he says that he's not keeping well, I could feel the pain. I just want to give my hug and my love to you so that you will feel better. That is the only thing that I can do, staying so far when somebody is saying that they are not keeping well and I cannot do anything else. I can only pray, right, and make someone feel better with positive words.
So kind of you, Ashwini ji. And it's rare I saw that message from you because I hardly do not open a Facebook. In fact, the doctor has advised me to stay away from computers and phone and all that. And that particular point of time, I was almost out of my fatal period. That those 3 weeks were very fatal for me. And, anyway, I did see your message. I thank you so much, and I hope you enjoy this course. But something I'll tell you. I do not know whether this course will be helpful for you or not, because we have a lot of variety of techniques here. And incidentally, each technique you can spend a couple of hours just teaching that and mastering that. And sometimes we feel that everything happens in a rush in our course. We are going to give some breaks within the course, like 1 week break, so that you all assimilate, because otherwise this, Yuvraj, it's a 4-month course, right? Sorry,
it's a 16-week. Yeah, so 4 months.
4 months. My memory is very bad. And every course, every Bhrigu course, we add 3 to 4 techniques. That means 1 month extra techniques we add, So what somebody learned in the first batch, okay, some additional techniques, 4 techniques minimum we add. But what I really feel happy is I have you with your aura here in this course. That is my pleasure, my honor. It's an honor to have you. I mean it. I mean that,
Thank you, Sunil.
But your smile, your eyes, your smile, your eyes, God bless you. God bless everyone associated with you, your family, They are happy to have such a positive person. Incidentally, I'm not a positive person. I have a lot of negativity around me with all the tensions of business and all that. But you guys, Ashwini-ji, you'll balance us. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sunil.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And we have Logan. Hi, Logan. How are you doing? Are you self-muted? Can you just check if you're self-muted? Can't hear you.
No, he's not self-muted.
Logan, we can't hear you. Sorry. Sorry, we can't hear you. Okay, could you check your technical connections once again, or probably you could re-log in. Yuvraj, could you call a few people more?
Sure.
I'm so happy. This batch seems so positive. I'm so happy. I'm so happy about this batch. In the last batch, we had a few troublemakers actually, who gave me a lot of tensions in life. You know, Jyotish. There's one big secret in astrology. I used to observe my guru, late C.S. Patel, who wrote books. The first book on Aruda anybody ever wrote was by C.S. Patel. His book on Ashtagvarga was a revolutionary book. That was again the first book on Ashtagvarga. Then he wrote on Navamsha. First book on Navamsha. First book ever. Then Nadi Astrology he wrote. There's one thing I observed in him. He used to be always very quiet. Very calm. Very quiet, very calm. The more observant we are, is the noise coming from my side, Yuvraj? Or?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah. Please do invite more people. The calmness, you know, if there is something that I can admit as a mistake, today people think I know astrology, I do not know astrology. Honestly, I know the facts. Okay. But whatever little I know one thing for sure. If I was a very calm person, a very cool person, without grina, jealousy, anger, wanting to do 10 things at the same time, I would have been 100 times better at my astrology. And it's a fact. It's a fact. I don't mind admitting it. My anger is too much. My passion to be number one is too much, or to be everywhere is too much, to do 10 things at the same time is too much. Those are something that I hate about what my life has become today. What my life has become today. Yesterday night, I was telling my wife again, let's leave everything and go to a village. We may not have enough money to survive, but I will have peace. And I know with my peace, my astrology will grow. I will once again be in love with what I do. Today, I do not love what I do. If we do not love our astrology, you need only 10 techniques to be in love with astrology, or whatever you're doing. Those 10 techniques are enough. Some of us land up doing KP, Nadi, Prashna, this, that, etc. I've also done the same thing. Jaimini, everything I've done. Finally, I've realized something. Is I need one technique to change somebody's life. And that one technique I should have practiced on more than 1 million horoscopes. If I do that, then I'm the best. Then I'm the best. Alright? Thank you, Ashwini ji. Thank you, Mark. Thank you, Nidar. We have Mr. Paul Baker. Thank you, Mark.
Hello.
We have Mr. Paul Parker. I'm so sorry I mispronounced your name. Please correct me.
Not a problem. A lot of people do that. Very pleased to be with this group. It looks a very interesting group.
Yes, it does. How are you, Mr. Paul?
I'm very well, thank you very much. I'm in England. It's a few minutes to 5 o'clock in the evening here. It's very dark. but the weather's fairly mild. It's not raining, that's good.
Which city you're from, Paul?
I live in a town called Pontefract, which is near Leeds, which is about 200 miles north of London.
Okay, Leeds. How strange. How strange. My sister-in-law and my brother-in-law would be traveling to Leeds in a month from now. That's extremely strange and beautiful. I used to have a very beautiful friend of an astrologer from Leeds, or nearby Leeds. Her name was Margaret George, you know, and very dear friend of mine. Countryside I love. How long you been doing astrology, Mr. Paul?
Some 10 years now. I originally attended a lecture in London at Mandeville Place, which is where BAVA, the British Association for Vedic Astrology, meet. And it was one of their lecturers, Geoffrey Pearce. I've never studied Western astrology. I have done some spiritual numerology prior to this. So around about 2005, I attended the summer school. It was just the one lecture, and it was on Vedic astrology, and I was hooked. The selling point was the spiritual dimension. I mean, we are all on, I think, an individual journey, so we're all trying to find more information about this journey, what we have to do, why we are here, and what we can contribute. And that's been my passion for the past 10 years. I've studied with Camilla Sutton in the past.
Brilliant. She's brilliant.
And I've been to India 3 times with her group. She's actually there now, or she's just travelling to India.
I know.
So I've been there, been to India, mostly Kerala, 3 times. I do have a guru who lives in Rishikesh, who I visited, and he does come to Leeds. He's coming this summer. I sponsor him as part of the, I'm the president of the Theosophical Society in Leeds, so I sponsor Swami Yogeshwarananda to come to Leeds and to the UK to give talks, nothing to do with astrology. Advaita. I've also been studying over the past few years with Sanjay Rath's group on the Parashara and the Jaimini programs, so I'm part way through them. Hard work, and there's a lot to do. In the UK, I study with Steve Hubble, who is one of Sanjay's students who goes and visits him in India. So I'm very interested. Camilla talked about briefly some Bhrigu techniques at Bava a few years ago. It's always stayed in my mind, so I've been interested when this opportunity came along to use the miracle of IT technology these days, webinars. So it's a way of accessing information fairly quickly. So may as well take advantage of all this modern technology.
You know how strange it is? 4 years back, or 5 years back, I forget. 4 or 5 years back, I was supposed to come to Bava, London, and do Bhrigu astrology workshop for a day and also give one more lecture. And in fact, they announced my name also, but in the Bava circular. And it's only last minute I backed off. My father was not well at that time. He had almost an attack. So I was feeling guilty, you know, that if I leave him and go, if something happens, it will always remain in my mind. You know, because there's no one else at home to take care of him, you know, or rush him to the hospital. And incidentally, by the way, Kamila has asked me now to come in 2017 to Mahabalipuram, you know, and give a one-day workshop on Bhrigu astrology and also a lecture. And I'll be organizing a few other people also. But it's pleasure. Mr. Paul, what do you expect from this course?
Many years ago, I attended a personal development management program at one of our local universities, and the message from that was don't live in the world of expectations, otherwise you're likely to be disappointed in life. better to live in the world of possibilities, because then you can have infinite possibilities and you can never be disappointed. So I don't have any expectations. I try not to be attached to expectations. I love learning. I'm sure I'll learn a lot from participation in this course, and hopefully perhaps contribute a little bit myself. Human beings are happy when we contribute positively. So I would hope to be doing that, and if I can make that contribution and perhaps learn a little bit myself about my spiritual journey through this world, then I will be a very happy and satisfied man.
I'll just like to sum this up, Mr. Paul. I can go to the Himalayas, spend 25 years becoming a yogi, or I can stay in a city and do Kriya Yoga or teach Kriya Yoga for 20 years. But I'm not sure whether I'll be able to master what you have mastered, of not having expectations. No. We learn from each other so much. I mean, at least I learn from you. Thank you. You are very, very advanced, because I could see that in your eyes when the way you said about expectations. There is a predictive art of catching a person's tone, the speed, the tone, and the level in which he says each and every word, and his eyes, how they are matching, and his head movement. By that, one can make out whether a person is telling, how much conviction and the truth, whatever. Thank you so much, Mr. Paul. It's an honor to have you.
Thank you.
Let's come back to Logan. I hope your audio is fine now, Mr. Logan. Oh no, we can't hear you. No, can't hear you at all. Okay, no problem. No problem. We'll still try. Can you re-log in? Can you re-log in, Mr. Logan? Log out and re-log in. Okay. In the meanwhile, we have, ma'am, I know you so well. I think we know each other from Facebook, right?
Yes, can you hear me?
Now I can hear you. It's a slight echo from your this thing. I would, if you can be a bit loud.
Yeah, good evening, sir. So nice to see you. I hope you're
How are you doing?
I'm fine, yeah. Not too good, but fine.
And what are you how long you've been doing astrology?
Well, it started in 85 actually. 1985 when I was in college.
Oh, wow.
I started with numerology and palmistry. And then I went into spirituality like Vivekananda, and I used to read Jiddu Krishnamurti philosophy. Then finally when, not 85 was only so much, 89 I met my husband. He's actually from a Hindu family. And when we decided to get married in 90, he wanted my date of birth details. So that is how the curiosity started, because his parents wanted to see my horoscope. Apparently our horoscopes don't match. We got married and through the ups and downs. That's how the curiosity started. But in between I was busy with my job, so maybe by about 15 years out of touch. But in 2009 again I started getting into it. I started reading books, and of course Kapil Raj, a lot of videos. I learned a lot from him. And it was through his videos that I was first introduced to you, and I have not missed a single interview of yours. I've seen all your videos. I wanted to do this course for a very long time, but unfortunately I had 2 operations, so I couldn't manage to get it. That is how it is.
You were also supposed to come to Bombay, and you had asked it will be in English.
Yeah. That day I was not well, so I couldn't do it.
My memory is good. Anyway, welcome to the course. Thank you so much, Bhrigu. And we have a dear friend of mine, Chitra ji. I think Chitra ji, you're from New Zealand, if I remember you well.
Yes. Yes, I am.
How are you?
I am good. Thank you, Sunil. And I love you and respect you so much for the work you are doing. but it is for selfish reason because I am greedy for knowledge that you are giving, but I love you and respect you so much for what you are doing.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Chitraji.
I can't see the screen.
No, you can't? Why not? Why not? Can everybody see me? Gaurav and
Yes.
Yes, we can.
But I can't see the screen.
Strange. Maybe what you could do is Yuvraj can call you up with a Skype connection or something later on and see whether you are using the technology easily. We might be shifting our technology to other
See,
technology.
there is a flower. Click on that flower. Go to webinar.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Okay now. Yeah.
See? How long have you been doing astrology? How long have you been doing astrology, Chitraji?
Sorry?
How long you been doing astrology?
Oh, many years. I've been interested in astrology for many years, probably more than 20 years, in late or mid 80s. Yes. I didn't believe in astrology at first, but I met somebody who was doing astrology, and it made me realize how true astrology is, and I started learning. And I started learning Western astrology by correspondence, and soon realized that it doesn't do much, and it doesn't predict, and it's scared to predict, and it does a lot of psychological things which I I didn't like, and then I started looking for better astrology, and I thought Jyotish is better, and I started learning Jyotish, but I didn't have a guru, and I acquired a lot of books, and I have 6 bookcases full of books, but still I don't have the knowledge necessary to put them together. It's confusing.
You know, I feel I have benefited out of your books because you've been shopping with me for quite some time. So
Before that, I was shopping with Sagar publications, and I got all B.V. Raman's book, K. N. Rao's books, and whatnot, but still I can't put things together. And this online course is a great help. And I am sorry that I can't come to your one-day seminars in India, which is really good. But online course is good that I could participate and learn.
That's good. That's good. It's a pleasure to have you, Chitraji. And
Thank you.
let's hope we do justice to your expectations or everybody's expectations.
Well, I'm very old, but I'm trying to do the best and learn. I know it is not going to be much use for me because I am very old, but I like to learn. I like to learn because it's my passion.
God bless you. God bless you so much. It's a pleasure to have you.
God bless you too.
And now we have a handsome guy with us, Mr. Gaurav Sharma. How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing okay, pretty good. And where are you from, Gaurav?
Right now I'm sitting in Perth, Australia. But I'm born and brought up in a small town in India, pretty close to Jen, just 180 kilometers away. And used to visit a lot of village astrologers and used to wonder how they predict. And I met really good astrologers. And the kind of predictions they gave me, how they came true and all that. So I became curious with time. And just 3 years back, I started learning some by reading some books and stuff. But just 1.5 years back, my son was born, and his horoscope was a bit different. 3 exalted planets, 2 debilitated planets. So I started reading more and more and more. So just in a couple of years' time, I did all this reading.
The sun is lucky to have that.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I think.
Without debilitated planets in Kali Yuga, results are useless.
Yes,
As per
yes.
Dev Keralam Chandrakala Nadi, published by, translated by R. Santhanam also. That. Thank you so much. What are your expectations, Gaurav?
Well, not much actually. I was just so far I was just reading Parashara techniques and all that, and this is the first time I'm involved in this Bhrigu. So let's see how it goes.
Okay, great. Thank you. And Pranjal Dikshit, how are you doing?
Thanks.
Where are you from, Pranjal? Where are you from? Can't hear you. Can't hear you, sorry. Hello, Pranjal? Viraj, could you invite a few more people in the meanwhile? Pranjal, I can't hear you. Please invite Poonam Goel, Sibi Williamson, Tamila Rasan, Chand Kumar, Veena Nanda, Vidhan Pandya. I like Vidhan. Pranjal, can you hear me? I saw some person, yes. If some people have not come with their cam and mic, it is not correct. I had specifically mentioned everyone to bring cam and mic. Invite Rashmi Guru Prasad, Sai Sudhir, Phoebe Williamson, Sudhindra Jara. Okay, can you hear us? Pranjal? Okay, let me come to you, Vidhan.
Self-muted. He's self-muted. Pranjal is self-muted.
Vidhan, hi, how are you doing? Vidhan, hi, how are you doing?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, and I am thankful to you. Do you know why?
No clue.
Okay, because I see your comments. Your comments are very scholarly. Comes from the classes. It shows your hard work. And I'm happy that a young man like you can approach the subject from the classical angle, which I have been trying to shout for years, that we need to read classics, and then go to gurus, learn to digest the classics. So I'm extremely happy with that. It seems you work very hard.
Thank you. I mean, I'm your student, sir. I've been learning from your lectures over YouTube and reading magazine and going through different articles from your website. So I've been following whatever you've been saying. So in a way, thanks to you.
Okay. Thank you so much. How long you spent in astrology with that?
I think I started off like late 90s with my guru. I mean, one of my father's friend. He started kind of. It started off with him because he started teaching me a few things, and then he gifted me a few books to read, and then from there on, kind of it started off. I think the first few books which I remember reading was like Bhrighu Samhita, and I also read like Brihat Parashar Pura Shastra, the Chokamba edition, way back in.
By whom? Pathak or?
I think Pathak. I don't remember the names. I don't have it right now. Somewhere late 90s is what I kind of started off. Last year was, I think last year I learned lot in astrology. I also did one day Bhrigu seminar with you also. I think it was November, December time frame, October, November time frame, yes, last year. And yeah, it's been fun.
Let me interrupt you. You did 1 day BSP course.
Yes.
Correct?
Yes.
If I remember well, Yuvraj had taken that course. Because I can never sit for 4 hours and teach. So, how many techniques did you learn?
I think he taught 4 or 5. I have applied 3 or 4 out of it on different, I think 25, 50 charts kind of, I can say. I did not try each and every technique that I can admit.
And how has been your experience so far with whatever you applied?
It's been great. I mean, as you say, 80-85% accuracy is what I've seen. Again, I can mention like Saturn, fifth from Saturn, there is always a split that I've tried, and I think it works magically. Venus Navamsha technique, that also I've seen working, but sometimes you cannot really. Technique is telling you something, but it's not that always you can decode it. You can always figure out how it is working. So it's a learning process.
Learning process, experience, and the luck of an astrologer. I always say something, I always say the toughest job in India is to make the perfect roti. Roti is an Indian dish. I think many foreigners present here also might have tried with Indian cuisine. And I always tell, a young girl probably starts learning that at the age of 8, 9 or 10, whatever, or 12, whatever. And so did I try to do it. And I tried it 25 times. And I realized that I was making all kinds of shapes of Indian map. But if I would have done it on 50,000 rotis, I would have been somewhere else today. I would not be dependent on anyone. I would have been perfect in it. And that is what we can learn from our Indian housewives or even the working women, that they make that roti every day. Probably 50 rotis or 30 rotis, whatever, depending on the household strength. And they perfect it. And if we apply the same fundament in our astrological techniques, each and every technique that we learn from, and we stick to that, we will become somewhere else. The problem is, all of us want to have 3,000 shirts in our lifetime. Some of us even want to have 3,000 girlfriends in our lifetime. One wife, one technique, that's it. Stick to that technique. You marry, you sleep, you dream, you think, you breathe. That's one technique that you perfect, and you make it the Bruce Lee 1-inch punch that he had perfected. He had perfected, absolutely perfect. 1 inch, he could kill anyone with that 1-inch punch. And that is what is needed with us. What is going to happen is what will not be repeated, what happened in my last course. I'll tell you, openly I'll tell you. And in fact, we're going to broadcast this. As soon as after this session is over, it's going to broadcast. It's going to be broadcast. In any workshop, in any course, in a year we organize 4 or 5 workshops here in Bombay and Delhi and all that. Like we have now one coming up in Delhi on 30th January on Sastyamsha and Nadi techniques, and 31st as an astro seminar where 10 great speakers will speak. People come to these workshops to only make contacts and friends. Many people who come to our workshops go to many other workshops only to distribute their visiting cards. Only to distribute their visiting cards. In my last batch, I had some people who love gossip. I also love gossip. People start becoming friendly with other people, which they should. But do not spend time doing Facebook chatting with the other group members of our team, of the international batch. Instead of that, spend time making that roti. There is a guy called Shailesh Dupare. He is in our Facebook forums. I love that guy, Mr. Shailesh Dupare. You throw any technique to him, every other person will say the technique does not work. This man comes up, in the next 2 hours he will come up with 10 charts, and that too celebrity charts where the technique is working. I love that man. I cannot do that kind of hard work what this man does. I do not know how he does it. We used to have another guy similar called Durgesh Mishra in our research group. They are not interested in making friends with people or getting into gossip or selling products. And we have that problem, selling products. They have banned anybody who sells any products in our workshops or groups are banned. They are thrown out unceremoniously. I really like Vidhan, you're here with us today. I see a great future because you have a classical approach. Okay. And I wish Shailesh was here, you know. But if we can take up that example of hard work, all of you please download Saptarishis research software. It's a free software. It's available on saptarishisresearchsoftware.com. I do not know if it works on Windows 10. I'm not very tech savvy. At least it's not working on my Windows 10. But you get 30,000 horoscopes. You can test the techniques on those horoscopes. You get the events. It is linked to ADB, astrodatabank.com. Okay. Show me your hard work. Right now in front of me, I see many young people. You know, show me your hard work. Make the technique perfect. There are 2 ways to approach a technique. One is, does the technique work? Does the technique work? Oh, it did not work on 3 charts of mine, so the technique is not working. The other way is what I call the Yuvraj way. He says, because you have given the technique has to work. Like I used to say, my Patel Saab gave me this technique, the technique has to work. So even if it's a wrong technique, it will work because I have faith in my Guru. I have faith in my Guru. Okay? I'm not here to make gurus or sishtas. My thing is, have faith on the technique. Unless you test it on 20-25 charts, how can you even form an opinion? Come on, the medical profession also does not form an opinion after 1,000 trials. Or at least till 1,000 trials or 100 trials. Why do we call it a science and form an opinion after testing it on 2 charts? Whereas we'll go to a doctor and take that medicine only after knowing, okay, that this has been tested in a lab. Let us create our own lab. Alright, thank you so much, Vidhan. Let's have Mr. Gopal Chawla. How are you doing, Gopal?
I'm good, sir. How are you?
Very good. Please tell us about your journey. How many years you spent in astrology?
Actually, since end of 2014, I have been started with astrology. And since long time I just wanted to learn about astrology.
One sec, let me interrupt you, Gopal. Gopal, you are from Dubai?
Yes. I spoke to you on phone, you know. Your memory is really good.
Very good. How are you doing, Gopal? It's so nice.
I'm good. So, journey about astrology is just not so long. Recently only I just very curious to know about astrology since I have been introduced to Saptarishis Astrology by KRS channel. So I just spend my whole time on these videos to watch each and every video. I didn't want to miss any of them, and after watching all these videos I have become a big fan of yours. And I'm feeling very privileged, fortunate and honored to be here on this platform and this class to learn from many experienced astrologers and I expect that I'll be showered by this knowledge of astrology, and
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
I'm really feeling very pleasured and privileged to be here on this platform.
Thank you so much.
That's what I just want to say.
So love of yours, I appreciate, and sometimes I feel whether I deserve it or not. Yuvraj, can you take over? I'm not feeling well. I'll come back in 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Yuvraj? Yuvraj?
All webcams are currently being used.
Okay, so close
That
my
is why I'm not there.
Okay, take over, close my webcam.
So,
I think Saraj Pillai, if you can take. Yuvraj?
yeah. So, hi Saraj. How are you doing? Can't hear you. You're self-muted, I guess.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, perfect.
Okay. How are you, Yuvraj?
So, good. How are you? How's life treating you?
Good, can't complain.
Great. So, how long have you been into astrology?
I started my astrology journey very early, I should say, while I was in my high school. You know, initially it was palmistry, and then somehow I got into astrology, and probably it's my life experience more than anything else. You know, I met the right people at the right time. I come from Kerala, and the place where I live, right close to that, there is a Nadi Astrology. They practice Vasishtha Nadi Astrology, and I heard beautiful predictions being made, for my aunt and all that. None of the predictions were wrong. You know, all the predictions came true, even future predictions. They could even predict the date of death. You know, it was that great. So I knew the science could work, and that's how I got interested into astrology. And I started learning from classics. You know, every time I learn a technique, I try to connect to a shloka or something from the classic textbooks, and I kind of always I have my shlokas. I kind of keep it with me all the time. Go through it at least 500 times, 1,000 times. I recite it, and next day it's by heart. So that's the practice I've been following lately. And for the last 1 year, I'm more interested. And I'm aggressively getting books and trying to learn more and improve my knowledge of astrology.
After listening to you all, I'm wondering what I'm gonna teach. Everybody
I've learned very little,
more learned than me. So what I'm gonna teach, I'm worried.
I don't think so,
you need to take over.
I don't think so, Yuvraj. I mean, whatever I've learned is very little only I've learned. More to, you will never completely study this subject in the time, right? You know that, right? So,
lovely. Very inspiring. Very, very inspiring. I wish we could also get that opportunity and the time, the main thing, the time to do that. I'm sure, that's an excuse. Time is an excuse. We'll have to take out. Anyways, so I guess Jala Jakshmi ji. Am I pronouncing it correctly? Jala Jakshi, maybe. You're not audible. You are self-muted, I guess.
You could try Pranjal Dixit.
She's self-muted, so she can unmute.
Can you hear us? Pranjal, can you hear us?
Pranjal, yes.
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can. Loud and clear.
Yeah, okay. Last time I was self-muted.
Okay. So you can tell me, how long have you been into astrology?
Yeah, Sunil sir was asking me I am from which place. So I was answering in mute mode.
Okay.
Let me tell, I wanted to answer. I am basically from Kanpur, Uttar Pradesh.
Okay.
And currently I am staying in Andhra Pradesh. The place name is Kakinada, which is near to Vizag, 160 kilometers from Vizag. It's a port area. So due to my job in ONGC, I'm working and staying here. And actually, my father is an astrologer. So by birth, I'm somehow or other I'm attached to astrology. I have been seeing my father and my grandfather. They all have been doing astrology. My uncle. So I was just, it's a natural attraction for me, and I was always feeling attracted to this field. Especially when I came into 2007, I came into spirituality. I became very serious in spirituality, and after that, because this astrology is also a Vedanga, so it's a Shastra based. So automatically that attachment has increased more. So then I started following Kapil, and yeah, most of us because of Kapil we came to know so many things. And later when he introduced us to Sunil sir and you and all Saptarishis Astrology, we saw a new arena of astrology, and it has really attracted me also. And even my wife, who was averse to astrology, she was thinking, I waste my time. After listening to Sunil sir, she says I like to listen him. So that is the power of his voice. And as he says sometimes, that I am rude or this thing, but I have seen in spirituality also they say that a sadhu is always a cutting person who has to cut. He has to cut the knots of people which are the wrong knots. So people really like a guru should be like that, who will be correcting you. So I was very happy. After listening to him, I understood, because like others, I was also going to YouTube channels and all. But one day when I heard his interview and he was saying, people want to learn astrology freely, just Facebook forums or YouTube. Then I realized, yeah, in spirituality we don't do like that. We need a guru in spirituality. So why not astrology? We need a guru. So at once I decided, yes, I should join the course, and I should have gurus like you and Sunil sir, so those who can guide us and give us the knowledge.
See, the thing is, basically, I mean, which one would you prefer to learn from? Rahu, the internet, or Jupiter, Mercury, books? Right? The main source. So anyways, I should be saying I feel jealous that you all guys are so blessed. We don't get that much bandwidth to go that deep, which we are always discussing, trying to cut things out so that we can accommodate some learning, which has recently been stopped because of all the work and all. So it's good to have you, and I really look forward to interact with you, all of you, during the session, the 16 weeks, and will try my best to make it a good experience for you. Yeah, so Sunilji is here. Yes.
Pleasure to have you. Pleasure. I have someone special now. Someone I've wanted to talk to and see his face for quite some time. Mr. Tamilarasan Karapia, if I pronounced your name properly. How are you doing? Can't hear you. Can't hear you, sir. Can't hear you. One second.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, good. Well, I'm kind of taken aback by a statement, because I'm not sure why I deserve your praise or your statement there. But then again, I'm very much honored to be able to finally talk to you. Yeah, I'm very excited to join this course finally. I've been trying to get onto the course for a few times, I joined Dr. Arjun Pai's Nakshatra course, and it's completely blown me away. And I think this will be something equally as good, if not better.
Both are very different, and you know why I said, because I had a chat about you with Arjun Pai. He's the one who told me that you are one of those loners, shy loner, and I've been noticing that you've been reading a lot of books, and what I feel jealous is I wish I had that kind of burden in life to dwell back and do the reading that I used to do. I still do it at 2:33 in the night, you know, but it's a very tired reading. When morning 7 o'clock, you got to wake up and you know bathe your child for the school and all that.
Oh yes, I'm a complete bookworm actually. I'm just ferocious with books and astrology at this point of time. It's just completely something that consumes me every day, and I'm just kind of like getting all these books. And Saptarishi has been absolutely brilliant in terms of, you know, getting all this wonderful knowledge that's been hidden all this while, and you're unearthing those knowledge, and you're spreading it for the benefit of everyone in fact. And I think you guys are actually doing a great service to humanity in for everyone. So at the least, all I could do is, and all I'm hoping is that, you know, to get a bit of this beautiful super science inhabited within myself, and hopefully I can, you know, sometime in the future I can transmit that to someone else.
Very kind of you. Ravidan, how old are you, if I may ask?
I'm 38, sir.
38, and you're from Malaysia, right?
I'm from Malaysia. Yes, it's 1:30 in the morning now.
Malaysia. You know, now I just realized I have a selfish interest. I just realized why I said Malaysia, and I'm a very selfish man, by the way. And no, I am. I wasn't and been a fool all my life, but now I'm trying to learn how to be selfish. I'm planning to come down to Malaysia somewhere in May.
Oh, brilliant!
Yeah,
Brilliant. That would be an honor. I mean, please let me know what are your plans, and I'll be glad to be there for you.
I'll connect with you on email. Langkawi is where I plan to come down.
For a holiday?
I want to disappear for a week.
Well, that's a great place to disappear.
So I've told my dear Yuvraj to earn some money for me so that I can disappear and have peace with my family. I've never given them a holiday. And I'm not even given my holiday for the last 25 years or more. But I expect something more from you in the course. Yes. I really want you to drive, you know, this course with a lot of hard work.
Yes. That is something that I'll definitely commit myself.
What I want to make it clear is, in the whole course, there are two ways to go about learning. One is spoon feeding, where we actually teach a technique. We show it's working on 10 charts or 7 charts with examples, PowerPoint. That's one. Somewhere down the line, in between, I will come and post it in the Facebook forum, an additional technique. I did that in all the batches, and I did not see that much of response, because some techniques are very hidden. You know, they're layered, rather. They're layered. They're covered. That uncovering needs to happen. I want the Bhrigu course to, you know, I'm happy we don't have more than 40-45 registrations. The earlier course, we had 75. Difficult to manage those courses. But this is a good group. I feel a very positive energy in this group. And I want the young ones to take forward, especially you, because I know you work hard. you work hard. And of course, this is far different than the Nakshatra course. Far different than
Yes.
Nakshatra. Thank you so much, Tamil.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
I'm happy to have you here. Really happy.
The pleasure is mine, sir.
No, it's mine. It's mine. You know, you guys build up my energy. Thank you so much. We have next Sibi Williamson. Hi, Sibi. Are you muted? I see you as muted. I've unmuted you now.
Oh,
how are you?
I am fine. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Where are you from, Sibi?
Oh, I'm in San Francisco, California.
Okay. How long you been doing astrology?
Oh, I started doing Western astrology when I was about 18 or 19, and then I kind of, got into other things. And I thought, well, I want to go back to astrology, but I wanted to do something different. And I had heard so much about Vedic astrology that I thought that I would try it. So I took some classes with Kamala, and I also studied Vedic culture at one of our small colleges here in San Francisco. And so I've heard a little bit about Nadi, but I said, well, gee, I wonder what is that? So I don't know, as I continued with my astrological studies, I came upon Saptarishis, and I thought, well, maybe I should. So I began reading the articles on the website, and I thought, well, gee, I think this is something that I might be interested in. So that's why I'm here.
That's good. That's good. And what time is it over there now?
Oh, it's 9:37 a.m.
Okay. Okay. I'm happy to have you, and I hope I do not disappoint you, and Saptarishis Astrology magazine does not disappoint you in any manner. And I only wish that this next 4 months should be a life-changing event for you all. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you.
Thank you. And finally, we have Veena Nanda. How are you doing, Veena?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm doing okay. Not too well, actually, but
Yeah, you don't look too well.
the nerves in my head pain badly, very badly pain.
You need to be well because you are hope for so many people.
Okay, but luckily we have Yuvraj who has been teaching this course for, I think this is the 4th course he'll be doing. This is the 3rd international batch. At the same time, he's done the Russian batch. All Russians are in love with him. And I'm quite sure his wife, Anna Singh now, Anna Chiklova earlier, will not hear what I say, that all Russians are in love with him. I think she's online. Is Anna online? Okay, bring Anna. I haven't seen my daughter for a long time. She doesn't call me up. She doesn't write to me. Nothing. Yuvraj, please invite other people also. There's so many people who haven't come. Poonam Goel, Sai Sudhir, Soham Shiva, Udyant Kumar. I see many people who haven't come. Who else? Yuvraj, are you guys there or you guys disappeared once again on your honeymoon?
Yes, I am there.
Every few weeks they seem to be going on a honeymoon.
सुनो
Hello.
सुनो मेरा अब चलने लगा अच्छा अच्छा जी
Okay, somebody's come. Okay, Yogesh has come. Hi, Yogesh. Okay. Veena, hi. Please tell the audience what you've been doing, how you've been doing astrology, and how long.
I've been into this from almost 10, 12 years. I have a legal background. I've been a lawyer initially. And I lost interest in all of this, and I'm into astrology, and it's kind of a passion for me. And a lot of people look up to me for, giving solutions which I don't have. And, they feel that, if they come to me, they'll get some kind of answers or, their problems are going to get sorted. And unfortunately, it's never been the case because I believe astrology is not miracles. But people have a lot of hopes from me. So that is one of the reasons why I'm here, because I feel that you people are very, very open about your techniques, and you teach them with a lot of intensity and very clear, and you don't hide anything. You're very honest about all your techniques, which most of the people I have learned from, they have hidden so many things. They don't tell you the exact way of predicting or whatever. And because of your honesty and openness, I got endeared to this Saptarishis. And I like your simplicity and the way you interact with people, and you tell each and everything, all the secrets, which we are unable to decode. I would say that. So I'm honored to be associated with you. I'm also into Nakshatras, and I'm also going to be there on 30th.
I know.
To meet you personally and to learn, and to be more. My aim, Sunil, is to help as many people as I can. And I'm not here to self-improve myself. My karmas or whatever, that I leave it to time and whatever. But my aim is to help people. That's why I'm learning all of this.
That's good. But I'll be very honest and straightforward.
Yeah.
Many years,
You've always been. That's what I feel.
For many years, I have shared very openly.
Yes, you have. No doubt.
8 years. What happens is, I'll give you an example. My mom makes the best biryani. She's the best, absolutely the best in the biryani business. And I have a habit of going everywhere in India and eating biryanis. Biryani is an Indian dish of rice. And because she spends, and behind my mom, my father stands, okay, and says, do this, do this, do this, do this. But because she spends 8 hours making biryani, I do not have value for it. I actually do not have value. Because I eat once in 3 days. That's my actual eating schedule. I skip lunch, I skip dinner. And sometimes she'll prepare the food and keep it ready. I reach home at 4 o'clock. I've lost interest in food, I don't. What I started doing, why did I tell this story? What I started doing is, I started playing the game that my master used to play. He used to make me slog for hours driving to him. And he used to just give me the technique in one line or one word. And I used to always tell him, sir, I work so hard. Why do you do this with me? I do not have the kind of intelligence to understand what you're saying. He says, do not work hard. If you do not work hard, if you do not put your mind and heart and soul into struggling to get the technique, you will not understand the shloka of the Rishi. What I've started doing is, I started making people struggle. I'll give you an example. Those 2 people are present here today, in this very forum. They came down to Bombay, we went to mainland China. That's my favorite place to be in. Into mainland China, we were eating food. They both were discussing their horoscopes and telling me how they both are connected from past life. Then they asked me how to see past life. So I just said the name of a house. Out of 12 houses, I said the name of a house. And of course, people will normally not see that house. But if they go deeper in that, which I'm quite sure they did not go deeper, they would see the strange connection their destinies have. Both their horoscopes have a strange connection with that house, and how it is so beautifully linked, interwoven. And if you use that same technique, probably at the end of this course I'll teach that technique. It's not part of our regular course. If you use that technique, Like, I'll give you an example. When I see, there's some background noise coming. If you can mute that, Yuvraj. When any movie that is of the army or a police officer, I will be the first man to go and watch it. Any movie. Because police army is there deep inside some past life connection. I always thought why this is there with me. Like on 22nd January, we're going to have airlift. How do I tell you guys? That movie, I saw it 4 years back. Exact story. One man going and doing this. Exact story. For years I've been thinking. So that's how I am. But I could not understand it until I knew that secret of how to see past life astrology from one angle. One angle. I'm not saying all angles. One angle. And then I know why I love army. Why I love being an honest cop or whatever you want to say. But thank you so much, Veena. I'm not so honest as a person. I like to always, people are building a lot of images around me. I'm not a very honest, straightforward guy. Thank you so much, Veena.
Thank you.
It will be a pleasure to meet you, Terry. Yogesh, hi, how are you? Thank you, Veena.
Hello, sir. Hare Krishna, how are you?
Jai Shri Krishna, कैसे हो आप?
I'm good, sir. मैं अच्छा हूँ, thanks.
Where are you from, Yogesh?
Sir, just been busy. My mom came United States, so been busy with her with daughter and working as well.
Okay. Yogesh, are you the same Yogesh that has spoken to me on the phone? Yes?
Yes, sir.
Oh,
Yes.
great. I gave you some techniques. You were supposed to research and send it back to me. I haven't seen
Yes,
that.
sir. I did a lot of search on that, and I'm in the habit of, I'm not very excited and doing it very quickly. I observe things deeply, and when I start working, then I give my 100%. I did a lot of work on that. I'll definitely submit my research on, because that was the new part for me initially. Before the day we spoke, before that, I didn't know much about the belief. I knew, but not that much. And like over the webinar, it's not possible to tell you everything, but definitely within a day or two, I'm going to submit my research.
That's good, Yogesh.
And,
I'll tell you how this happens. Please allow me to intervene. I have a student in Russia, male guy. If there can be any problem in life that we can think of, he is the guy who has it. I've been quietly teaching him D60. In 3 words, 1 technique. 3 words, 1 technique. 3 exact, it's not even a sentence. And with all his problems, he sends me, after testing it on 15 charts, 20 charts, he prepares a PPT exactly the way I want it, the same background, the same font, everything perfect. He sends it to me every day 1. Only sometimes he sends once in 2 days or 3 days. But the point is, I always tell people, I want to die in this life after giving everything I want, everything I have, whatever little I have. I want to die, I want to give it out. I don't want to come back on earth. I don't want moksha, but I don't want to come back on earth. At least not to have a debt that I hid a knowledge. Okay, I might hide a particular aspect of that knowledge that can be misused badly, and I know it can be. I used to earlier teach it so easily. I taught it to a lot of wrong people also. That's a mistake done. Okay. Honestly, when you called me, Yogesh, I was very impressed with you. You might have some valid reasons, and yes, we're going to speak on the phone. You might have some valid reasons of why you're not being able to go ahead further. But, Yogesh, I understand. One thing I want you to promise me, that you're going to work hard. You're going to forget everything else, your family life, personal life, professional life. Do this course. Do this course only for 3 techniques. Like how Kapil Raj says, he says, you release so many BSPs. You release so many BSPs. But Kapil says he uses only 3 BSPs. But he uses it on all the charts for all these months. And I am 100% sure, 1000% sure, that he has gone 1000 times ahead of me and Yuvraj combined together. With those 3 BSPs. You getting it? Anyway, let me not dishearten you, Yogesh, but I really expect you.
I'm sorry to interrupt again. Actually, my habit, I'm sorry, my habit is something, if I do something, then I do 100 and not 101% perfectly. Like day night, I don't see anything. My astrology journey been like that. I never had any guru. I read so many books in past 13 years. Actually got Mr. Rao's book, and it changed my life, and somebody I met who changed my. One thing I want to mention, sir, apart from this research, everybody is just running after this is the technique. Let's do research on this. This is the technique, do on that. One of the member of Saptarishis team, he gave me a different angle one day, a very different angle. Like for last more than 2-3 years, I've been juggling for gathering few things from scriptures and all. He answered in a line everything within one line. Means, for example, you said Jupiter is doing that part at the age of 24. I am more curious why Jupiter has to do that. I'm curious it has to do one thing, but I'm more curious about why it has to do that. Why was the logic behind that? I'm more concerned on that part. Hope you got to know what I am trying to.
Yes, I got to know. And that answer I usually give in the second or third lecture. We'll come to that. We'll come to that. Thank you so much, Yogesh.
Thank you.
And let me now introduce or ask for the introduction of Mr. Soham Shiva. How are you, sir?
Can you hear me, sir?
Yes.
Pranam, Snehji. Hello, everyone. Snehji, I am quite actually new to astrology. I got into it in August 2015. I took this online course from Shivo of Energy Matrix Astrology. If you know him, I think he's based in Bombay or Goa. And in fact, okay. In fact, actually, the course is still going on. We still have 2-3 sessions left. Then I watched your YouTube videos, and I got interested in Bhrighu astrology too. So just want to explore more about Vedic astrology.
What do you expect from this course?
Not much actually. I'll take it as it comes. I actually am in the habit of taking everything as it comes. So, but these days, 24/7, I'm just thinking about astrology. So, I'm quite new to astrology. I'm just a kid in front of all of you.
You know, your life will be very smooth if you take things as it comes.
I know, but I try to.
Okay. Thank you so much to have you here. Let us have Uday Kumar. Thank you, sir. Let us have Mr. Udyant Kumar. Hi, Mr. Udyant.
Okay. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, can hear you, sir.
First of all, good evening, sir. Here I am in Helsinki, in Espoo, near Helsinki. And yeah, Helsinki, Finland, you might be knowing.
Yes.
And this country is well known for Santa Claus and Nokia, you might have heard.
Yes, yes, yes.
And I am learning astrology from 2009, and there is a story when actually I wanted to start my own company in software area, and due to fallout with one of my friend, I couldn't proceed, and I was quite disheartened. And I was distressed, so I met one astrologer in my village, and I was quite surprised with his predictions because I didn't tell him. And I started finding out that how did he know about my psychological things and all these things. So I came to know this is called astrology. Before that, I didn't know. So I started looking books and several books, Bihar Prasar Hora Shastra, Garg Samhita, and Faladipika, even books written by, you have mentioned about your guru, C.S. Patel, Nomsa, he explained. I started reading those books. Although I have read quite many books, I might have read 50 books, but I still very much confused. I know some techniques of Parasari method, but I feel that I am still confused in astrology because I don't get many opportunity to apply those methods for many horoscopes because I am not a practitioner or professional.
Mr. Kumar, we both are in the same boat. Even I am confused. And at the same time, honestly, most people are also confused, but they don't admit it. You're honest enough to admit it.
Yeah, because I was following KRS channel also because after my work I am in software field, so whenever I'm having leisure time, we always follow the working practice, and whenever I'm having leisure time in the evening after office hour, I start looking at the KRS channel, and then I came to know about you, and I was quite surprised to know about Bhrighu Nadi Nadi, that is more advanced technique than Prasari. And initially, I was less confident that I am smart enough to know that thing. But more and more, I was watching videos, and I dare to join this course. And today, I am in this course. And also, I was reading some books on spirituality that if you don't have a guru, you will never master any subject. So I think that also compelled me to apply this course. So I'm first time in my life I'm joining online course somewhere in this world. So you can say that you and other members of Saptarishis are my guru now, because guru is chosen only once in a life. So I'm very much passionate. I am not. I am quite happy. Again, I am going to start my company in software. I am very much happy to get money from there. I am planning to start in Indore and Helsinki. But I am very much passionate about astrology, and I want to use these techniques to look. I don't know whether I will look 100 or 200 charts. I openly accept it. But at least my family members or my friends, I can look their charts and I can provide them remedies that how to sort out the problems in their life. So that may be a great thing for me. That's why I came in this course.
I'm very, very happy with your outlook, towards astrology, and if you want to do it for yourself, that should start with ourselves. Mr. Kumar, I really, really feel you're going to do something better for this course. I mean it. Thank you so much. Pranam. Mr. Logan, I think our mic. Yes, fantastic. Oh, we can finally. Hi, how are you? Where are you from, Logan?
Good. I'm from Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia.
Okay.
I think I'm only Chinese here.
Yeah. We earlier had two Chinese in the previous batch, Jason Chen and one more guy. I forget.
Okay. Do you hear me properly now?
Yeah, perfectly fine. Perfectly fine.
Okay,
what time is it over there?
Now it's almost 2 a.m.
My God,
2 in the morning.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
How do you guys do it? How do you guys do it? Yeah, I mean, really, really happy. So many people. It's 4 a.m., 2 a.m. You're passionate about astrology, and that's what makes you a great astrologer. How long you been doing astrology?
I've been doing astrology for some time, but not in the Vedic, because this subject is not being taught over in Malaysia. So basically, I'm more to the Chinese astrology, and I find that until recently, and I think the Vedas are more supreme, the Jyotish, I mean the lights of all the lights. So because one of my masters says that knowledge is structured in consciousness, so I think after years of meditation, maybe this time I'm ready for the Vedas or the Jyotish. So, and I hope the divine have lead me to you so that I can learn as much as possible and see what can be revealed to me.
I think you should teach us some Chinese astrology. No, if you want, we can have a session in our Saptarishis YouTube channel with you teaching us something specific about Chinese astrology, some predictive part or understanding.
I think the Chinese astrology is just as other forms of astrology, just observe the movement of the stars, but they dissect time differently. It's still the constellation of stars, Nakshatras. So the Chinese has 28 mentions. I think you have the 27 constellations. The Chinese has 28, yes. So I think there is a different way of using the observation of the sky. And what leads me to here, because I think the Vedas is something more supreme, the way I look at it. So, so I'm spending more time to learn more about the Vedas on the Vedic astrology, and to see what are the parallels I can find between the two. And I hope that I can incorporate these two into more towards the finding the who am I? I mean in terms of the enlightenment, to discover ourselves. This is what I hope for.
Thank you, and I hope this journey in Bhrighu astrology is enlightening for you and fruitful also. Thank you.
I believe so. Yeah.
Yes.
I believe, and I hope I will study more from you and your traditions.
I'll tell you something that Mr. Kumar was saying at that time, and I wanted to add over there and add something on what Mr. Yogesh was saying. I think we've come to the end of the session today, Yuvraj.
Mm-hmm.
No more people, I think other people do not have a mic or a cam. I do not know. Many people have invited them several times.
Has Sijita been done? Because
no, Sijita has not been done. I invited her a couple of times.
Yeah, I have also done that. She is not accepting.
Probably something with the technical part.
Yeah,
But let's hope there are several other people.
Saraj Pillai.
Yeah, Saraj has been done. Saraj has been done. You spoke to Saraj. So you were lucky to speak to him because he's from Kerala. So to speak to him. Hi, Sijita, how are you doing?
Hi, namaste. Thank you for this enlightenment which is coming from you. Thank you for your blessings. Thank you from the possibility to learn from the roots. I'm speaking with my tears because it is something which is very important for all us who are with you. Second thing that for me, I'm touched with Vedic astrology 5 years. First of all, from Indian philosophy, Vedas, and for me, I want just to say one quote from Mahabharata, that Vedic astrology for me, it is to try to touch this knowledge, how the planets, they are playing with the human lives here. And thank you. I have no words to express this big thank you for what you are doing.
God bless you, Sijita. Sijita, tell me, you're from which country?
Actually, me, I'm from Lithuania. We have many words in which they are similar to Sanskrit. Our Baltic language, Lithuanian language has Sanskrit roots. And for me, when I'm studying Vedic astrology, some names they were coming with the mother tongue of my language. And now actually I'm in Belgium. My background, it is, philosophy and political philosophy. But parallelly, always, all my life, I was with the seeking who I am, why I am here. And now, really, I cannot speak. My heart speaks how it is important for me.
Much of love, much of love. Sujita, before we go, can I ask something?
Yes.
And I know it is rude and bad manners to ask somebody what is the moon sign or what is the nakshatra.
Ashwini.
No, I'm not asking that.
Yeah.
The sign Libra,
yes.
Is it very significant in your horoscope?
No.
What is your lagna?
My lagna, it is Mrigashira Nakshatra.
Let us see after this course whether I can change your opinion, whether Libra is important or not. Yeah? Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you.
I love to cook. The only unfortunate problem is when I start cooking, I feel I'm learning Jyotish. Because I've never cooked in my life. I've cooked 5 times actually. My family members say that there is magic in my hands. They actually say it, and I mean it also. Sometimes I'm impressed with my own self. Very rarely I'm ever impressed with myself because I'm such a critic of myself. The only problem is when I start cooking, everybody else becomes hungry because they have to wait for hours. Because I take a herb, I'll smell it, I'll put it in the thing, I'll mix it, then I'll taste it. So by the time I finish my cooking, I'm such a perfectionist. Dr. Arjun Pai always says, you're such a perfectionist. If I sit on the table to eat, if the waiter drops any particle on the table, while pouring, while serving, if he drops even a small spot on the table, I call and I ask him to clean it. If it cannot be cleaned, I shift the table. This is a problem in me. Why did I tell all this story? If I start cooking, my family will go hungry. Why? Because I'm a perfectionist. If I start doing statistical astrology and test a technique on 100 charts, and I say 99% it is working, but 1% it is not working. So why it is not working, let me go and find out. No doubt we should find that out. No doubt we should. But if I start finding that out, I might land up believing that the Rishi did not know astrology. The Rishis who wrote astrology. Because Lagna Lord in Lagna, 2 marriages, Parashar Rishi can write and get away. But if we write on Facebook, people will come and massacre us. They massacre us. People have all the time in the world to remove their frustration of their personal lives on Facebook or YouTube. It shows their personal life, how beautiful their personal life is. Why am I telling all this? When you start testing techniques, which you're going to start testing from today itself, I'm going to be posting a technique right now. If you start testing techniques, you will land up finding that a technique is working 80% and the rest 20% it is not working. But when you dig deeper, you'll realize that there are some basics of astrology which has not come up. For example, if you read the book Chamatkar Chintamani, when I read Chamatkar Chintamani, I realized I need to commit suicide. I will never understand astrology. It is so brilliant a book. Brilliant. When I read Bhavarth Ratnakar, forget Bhavarth Ratnakar, Jatak Tattvam. Jatak Tattvam, the Pandits in Banaras, when they write books, they say from Brihat Parashara Hora Shastra to Jatak Tattva. And after that, astrology is over. I mean, they write a statement like this. From Brihat Parashara Hora Shastra to Jatak Tattva, this is what is written. Jatak Tattva is 120 years old. That means after that, no book has been written. But when you read Jatak Tattva, you realize, my God, what a book. We had a Gurukul section in our magazine where we used to have scholars like David Frawley, Gayatri Devi Vasudev, and many others, some people from Banaras. They used to write. I spent 1 month just reading Jatak Tattvam every night and writing questions for Mr. David Frawley, for Ansh William, for Gayatri Devi Vasudev, Dr. K.S. Sharat. They were our Gurukul, in our Gurukul. We have that in our magazine. You can go and read it. I stopped that section long back. But if you read Jatak Tattvam, you'll realize a different astrology altogether works. You need to know the background of the writer of Jatak Tattvam. Mahadev Pathak is what people say. Yesterday I got a mail from another guy. He said, no, this is not the real name. This is the real name of the author. He had the biggest library. Rare classics he had, which we don't have. But Jatak Tattvam actually changes our viewpoint if you go very deep into it. As to why Venus and Mercury in 2nd or 3rd house will make you a brilliant astrologer. Now, is he talking about Rashi chart? Is he talking about Navamsh? Or is he talking about Karakamsh Lagna? And then testing it on several charts. But if we commit the mistake that, hey, so-and-so astrologer is a great astrologer, but he does not have this combination, then we are committing a mistake. Why? God is creative, planets are super creative. Because planets are what gods is. So they will, for us to become an astrologer, the combination is not of one, several combinations. Some will work on some people's chart, some will work on some people's chart. So anyway, get into perfection, no doubt. Your guru is you yourself, not somebody else. Yes, you can have a physical guru, like my guru, C.S. Patel, physical guru. But eventually it's your guru tattva that you need to open up. Try to practice pranayam every day for the next 4 months. Pranayam is very essential for you to become a great astrologer. Pranayam, just type pranayam on Google, you'll get what is pranayam. Every day morning practice for 15 minutes or 10 minutes, whatever. But of course, learn it from a good person and practice it. Or there are some simple methods which you can do it. If you don't have any yoga guru near your house or whatever, just sit in the morning, 10 minutes, and only observe your breathing. Only observe. And then you will realize after 4 months, observational astrology is the biggest guru. I've taken a lot of your time. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. It's late night for all you guys. It's a pleasure. Your guru, Mr. Yuvraj Singh, will take charge from next week onwards. And I'm going to see to it that he drives you hard personally. If he does not drive you hard, you keep on posting his name in Facebook. Please answer, please answer, please answer. He seems to be having a honeymoon every 3 weeks, and I want his honeymoon to be over. Love you guys. Yuvraj, enjoy your party. Your party begins from today. 4 months. Train them to be the best.
Looking forward.
Great.
Every
Thank
batch
you
is a new challenge.
Yes.
And it gives me an opportunity to master again.
Yes.
Same
And
techniques, teaching again and again, so you get to master it again.
yes. And at the same time, I have personally between you and me, I feel this is a very positive group. Very positive.
Yep.
Far different.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
When
Thank you so
the best
much.
thing is absolutely diverse.
Ah,
Diverse
very,
group.
very diverse. Very, very
Very
diverse.
diverse.
Thank you so much, guys. Pranam to all of you all. The mirror technique and pranayam will take you places. Goodbye.
See you next Saturday.
Thank you.
Mm.